I don't know about you, but I'm extremely excited for spring. I've actually made 2 other videos already for spring. One is all about white florals and the other is about affordable fragrances. I will link them down below if you're interested. So for today, I'm going to talk about my must-have fragrances for spring. The first fragrance I'd like to speak about is Byredo's La Tulipe. This is spring in a bottle for me. The main notes are freesia, cyclamen, pink tulip, which is a fantasy note because there is not a way to extract from tulip, and green notes. And this is just such a bright and uplifting composition. It really is spring in a bottle. I would say you're going to get 4 to 6 hours of wear on this with a moderate longevity. It is just so bright. It is so cheerful. It really is spring in a bottle by Byredo's La Tulipe. Next, I have Floral Streets Wild Vanilla Orchid. This is a gorgeous green vanilla. The main notes for me are cassis, bamboo, vanilla, and sandalwood. This is just such a nice scent to wear in spring. It has the greenness from the cassis as well as the bamboo, but then it's anchored in the sandalwood. I get about 6 to 7 hours with this with a moderate to strong projection. Again, this is Floral Streets Wild Vanilla Orchid. Next, we have Amouage's Love Delight. This is such an amazing composition and it really is mass appealing. However, I have never smelled another fragrance that is remotely close to this. The main notes in this composition for me are mandarin orange, ginger, heliotrope, jasmine, and vanilla. This is such a beautiful bubble. It really stays in a moderate projection. It's very sophisticated in the way that it wears, and you will just get whiffs of your sillage for hours. It lasts 6 to 8 hours on me. I'm hoping the longer it sits, the longer the projection and longevity will be. I've only had it about a week, but oh, I love it so much. There is something so sophisticated about it, but yet ethereal at the same time. Again, this is Amouage's Love Delight. Next, we have one of my favorite designer fragrances. I actually spoke about this in my white floral fragrances video that I will link down below. This is Libre EDP by Yves Saint Laurent. The main notes here are lavender, mandarin orange, orange blossom, vanilla, and musk. To me, this is such a bright and uplifting composition. I find that it lasts 8 to 10 to 12 hours on me with a strong projection. I absolutely love it. I find myself wearing it to the office a lot. It is very office appropriate, but you could really wear it in any situation. Again, this is Libre EDP from Yves Saint Laurent. Next, we have Memo Paris's Granada. This is a beautiful composition with orange blossom, pomegranate, heliotrope, and jasmine. The longevity on this is well above average. I tend to get 10 hours with this with a moderate projection. There's a bit of an airiness to it, but that doesn't mean that there isn't sillage and it doesn't last. I find that the pomegranate and the orange blossom in the opening really give it this sweet kick at the beginning. And then as it settles down, that heliotrope comes in, so you get the powderiness with a little bit of an almond touch. But the backbone of this fragrance is the jasmine. Again, this is Granada by Memo Paris. Next, we have Micallef's Spiritual. This is such a bright, woody scent. In the opening, you have bergamot, and then you have benzoin that adds this sweetness to it. cedar in the mid, and vanilla in the base. This really is such a bright, uplifting cedar scent. I find it to be unisex, and the longevity is 8 to 10 hours with a strong sillage. Again, this is in Micallef's Spiritual. Next, we have Jessica McClintock by Jessica McClintock. This really is spring in a bottle. And I mentioned this fragrance in my affordable fragrances under 40, which will be linked down below. To me, the main notes are blackcurrant, lemon, and lily of the valley. To me, this is a lily of the valley predominant scent. It has very strong sillage. It tends to last 8 to 10 hours on my skin. Again, this is Jessica McClintock by Jessica McClintock. Next, we have a beautiful honeyed linden blossom scent. It is Tilleul by Galion. And the main notes here for me are the linden blossom, which is a blossom from the lime tree, as well as honey. And I think there's a little bit of musk in there just to round it out and cut through the sweetness of the honey. This is a unisex leaning feminine scent, and it is perfect to wear in the spring. The longevity is well above average. I tend to get 7 to 8 hours with this, and the sillage is moderate to strong. Again, this is Tilleul by Galion. Next, we have one of the most elegant and sophisticated musks I have in my collection. This is Xerjoff's Apollonia. The main notes here are orris and white musks. Now this is just so sophisticated. It is perfect for a dinner out. It does have a little bit of an animalic quality to it, even though it is a white musk, and it isn't overly powdery, but I find that this is just so elegant, and it wears a little bit closer to the skin, which I think is appropriate in this composition. If it had more sillage, it might choke people out because it is so seductive in the way that the musk is composed in this fragrance. Again, this is Xerjoff's Apollonia. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear what your favorite spring fragrances are. Please leave them in the comments below.